Welcome to Pocket of Peace Yoga. I'm delighted you've chosen to join me. Let's start standing at the top of our mat. Feet about hip distance apart. As we inhale, our arms overhead, palms touch. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Flat back, forward fold, rise all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale your arms overhead, forward fold, flat back, forward fold, plant your hands and step back to plank. Lower down, untuck your toes, rise for cobra. Press up and back for downward dog. Take a moment, pedal out your feet. And then on the next inhale, lift your heels high, and exhale, sink your heels towards the mat, really pressing back from your hands to your hips. Now the right leg kicks up and back for three-legged dog. Bend your right knee, bringing your foot towards your bum, and make some circles with your leg in one direction and the other. And then open your right hip, right foot goes over to the left side. Maybe you can peek under your shoulder and see it. And back to three-legged dog. Start to shift forward, bring your knee to chest. And step your right foot between your hands. Pivot your back foot so it is parallel to the short edge of the mat. And we will windmill our arms up for Warrior Two. Gaze over your front fingers. Your shoulders are stacked over your hips. And flip your front palm. Straighten your front legs. You tilt up and back. And Warrior Two. We'll do that 2 more times. Then turn your right foot to face the left side of your mat and bring your heels in just a bit. Arms extend up as you inhale, and as you exhale, elbows and knees bend as you start to sink back. Think about external rotation. It's a lot of work on those thighs. And then inhale, we straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, lower. Stay here, or option to lift your heels. Lower the heels down, arms extend up as your legs straighten. And sink back on your heels, pivot your feet towards the front of the mat. Arms come down to frame your front foot. Step forward, forward fold. Flat back. Forward fold, rise all the way up. Hands to heart center as we sink down to chair. Inhale here, exhale and twist to the right. Inhale through center, exhale, twist to the left. And center, forward fold, flat back. Forward fold, rise all the way up, and float your arms down by your sides for mountain. Take a breath here. Inhale your arms overhead, swan dive down, forward fold, flat back, forward fold, plant your hands, step back to plank, and lower down. Cobra, downward dog. Kick your left leg back and up for three-legged dog. Bend your knee, foot comes towards your bum, and you make circles with your leg in one direction and the other. And then open your left hip. If you look under your right arm, you should see your little foot. Back to three-legged dog. Start to roll forward, bringing your knee to chest. Pause here. And step your left foot between your hands. Pivot your back foot so it's parallel to the short edge of the mat as you windmill your arms up for warrior two. Flip your front palm, straighten your front leg as you tilt up and back. And warrior two. We'll do that 2 more times. Now pivot to your left foot to turn towards the right edge of your mat. Arms extend up and reach. And then bring your heels in just a little closer. We'll inhale here, exhale, knees and elbows bend. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, lower. And one more time. Option to stay here, or perhaps lift your heels. Lower your heels if you lifted them. Arms and legs straighten and reach. Lean back on your heels, pivot your feet towards the front of the mat. Arms come down, frame your front foot. Step forward, forward fold, flat back, forward fold, rise all the way up. And float your arms down by your side for mountain. Take a breath here. Inhale, arms up. Forward fold. Flat back. Forward fold. Plant your hands and step back to plank. Lower down. Cobra. And downward dog. Right leg kicks back and up for three-legged dog. Roll forward, bring your knee to chest. And then bring your right knee behind your right wrist. Left knee comes down, untuck your left toes as we prepare for pigeon. And pause here for just a moment. And maybe this is your sweet spot today. Or perhaps you can slide your hands forward, resting on your forearms. Maybe lower your forehead to a block, or maybe your hands are stacked. Start to press into your hands, lift your head. If you've used a block, set it to the side. And come up to rest on your hands. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee. And the right leg kicks back and up for three-legged dog. Lower your foot for downward dog. And now left leg kicks back and up for three-legged dog. Roll forward, bring knee to chest. And then lower your knee down behind your left wrist. Straighten your right leg behind you. Pause here. And same options. Perhaps you rest here. Maybe slide your hands forward to rest on your forearms. Maybe a block under your forehead is comfortable for you. Stacking your hands or forehead on the mat. Start to press into your hands, rise up. Pause here. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, left leg kicks back and up for three-legged dog. Lowers for downward dog. Shift your gaze between your hands, walk your feet between your hands for forward fold. Flat back, forward fold, rise all the way up. Float your hands down by your side for mountain pose. And inhale your arms overhead, palms touch. As we exhale, bring your thumbs to your forehead for kind thoughts, to your lips for kind words, and to your heart center for a heart that is open to both give and receive kindness. Thank you for joining me.